Good morning, lovelies. Happy Sunday. Thank you for coming on over here and watching another YouTube video for WEIGO podcast. I'm your girl, Taria, and I'm so glad to have you here. I'm going to say it at the top of the program that I just love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all so much. Y'all may get tired of hearing it, but I will never get tired of telling y'all just how grateful I am for your support. So let's get into some topics I've been wanting to talk to y'all about since I first seen them, but of course, talked about other topics and kept saying, all right, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that. And here we are. First up, I'm gonna start back at one. Brian McKnight. I remember somebody making a joke that when Brian would sing, the faces he makes look like he was trying to use the bathroom. I don't know why that thought just crossed my mind. I can't remember who that was, but Mr. Brian McKnight has a lot to say about the two children he had with his, I believe one was with his first wife, and then he had another child. He has a lot to say about them, so let's get into it. According to page 6, Brian McKnight says his estranged biological kids are a product of sin. Brian McKnight said he doesn't claim his estranged biological kids because they are the product of sin. During a recent Q&A session on Instagram, the Back at One singer responded to a fan who defended his decision to no longer claim his 4 oldest biological children. You know what I said too? It's 4. Okay. 4. Brian Jr., Nico, Brianna, and Clyde, because some relatives can be pure evil, in quotes. I want to big up my man right here. And I remember I saw this a couple of days ago. I actually saw the live I seen the post about it on Ice Cream Conversations on Instagram, like earlier this week. Then I went to it and then I saw the live. So someone, I'm about to read you, but a person had commented something on one of his Q&As. So then he posted it and said, I want to give a big up to this person right here. So let's get into the person's comment. He says, I want to give a big up to my man right here. He gets it, while pointing at his fan's comment. The comment was, in order to live a life that you love, you have to get rid of the evil and the negativity, even if that evil and negativity is related to you. So that's the comment that he was pointing to. Like, I want to give a big ups to my man who wrote this comment. A separate fan commented on the 17-time Grammy nominees post, writing that McKnight disowned his children and has gone against God. So let's get into that comment. And I'm going to go back to one. First, a person commented, you have a daughter. I wonder how this post makes her feel. And then, so he posted that. Then someone said, the same God that said, honor your father and mother, also said, children are a gift from the Lord. They are a reward from him. And, in quote, in caps, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is older, he will not depart from you. Your children are a reflection of the work and prayers and spirituality and moral compass that parents pour into kids. And they put that part in caps. You disowned kids that you created, and you are also against God, but judgment day is between you and your maker. So hashtag carry on. Brian responded, God wasn't talking about children that are the product of sin, which these are, number 1, God wasn't talking about children that are the product of sin, which these are. 2, I didn't raise them, their mothers did. 3, know the whole story before you quoting the Bible. 4, take your inaccurate negativity off my page and try being happy. It really annoys me when people try and twist the Bible to fit their own narrative. And I'm sure we've all done it a time or two, not even just with the Bible, but with anything. Like, you may not. Here's an example. I wasn't a big Monique fan, right? So when she said that Giselle had a meltdown after the reunion, I was like, during the season 5 reunion, I don't really believe her. And because she's coming out saying it in an interview now, but she said it before. And I was like, I don't know. Then Dr. Wendy said it. I think she was on either Carlos King's podcast or someone's podcast last year. And she said Giselle had a meltdown during the season 5 reunion. Since then, Monique has come out again and done the interview that we've all seen, probably, where she's saying Giselle had a meltdown. And I was like, I want to be like, yeah, see, Wendy said it and Monique said it. But any other time Monique said something, I would be like, is she lying or is she telling the truth? But now, because it was convenient for me for it to fit the narrative in my head about Giselle, I'm like, oh, okay, it probably did happen, which I do believe it happened. But you see what I'm saying? The example that I'm trying to do. Like sometimes we will take something, even if we don't normally agree with it, or just so that it fits into our narrative and can be presented as evidence for our argument. And I hate when people do that with the Bible. They add to it or take it away, as with anything, right? So him saying God was not talking about children who are products in sin. If he wants to quote the Bible, and if he's a Bible believer, the Bible says we're all born in sin, shaped in iniquity, and children are innocent. But then it's up to the parent to raise them up in a way. To say that basically you disown that God was not talking about kids who were born in sin as being a reward. My mom wasn't married when she had me, and I'm still a reward. The Bible says children are a reward from God, not those that were born in sin. And let's be clear. If your child was born in sin, it's because you created the sin, not the child. You created the circumstance so that your child came into the world born in sin, in quotes. You did. They didn't create that. But now that you're married to somebody else and had a child in wedlock with them, now all of a sudden your other children were born in sin when you're the one that created the situation for them to be born in. That the stuff that he's done with his children is so disgusting. Then even to say this, as a parent myself, I can't even imagine being like, oh, my kids aren't a reward from God because 2 were born when I wasn't married. Now, let's be clear. My son, I got engaged and then got pregnant after I had got engaged. But you know what I mean? I don't care if I had 10 and wasn't married to none of the fathers and they were all by different men. They're still, they're still my children. And I would never look at them and think of them as sin. It's just like you're using that, but it blows my mind. And those are the type of people that are righteously wrong. They're so righteous, they're wrong. I don't even have the words. And I'm someone that normally fancies myself on having words, but it's just so disgusting. And I pray that his older children are able to move on and have a healthy, happy, functioning life. Now, I will say this. There are cases when you may be rich and then have children that you have created to be spoiled. Give them everything, don't make them work for anything, and make them feel entitled, right? And then you decide, you know what, this is the wrong way. I shouldn't have, spoiled them so much because now they're spoiled rotten. They feel like they don't have to work. They don't have to earn anything. There is a way that you can try to correct that situation, but not going to this extreme and trying to make it seem like, they're products of sin when you had no problems before. You know what I'm saying? I hope I'm describing that right. Like, I think certain things, like even with my own kids, there's certain things sometimes where you've like, okay, I have spoiled them in that area. And it's like, I need to correct that behavior. So we need to have a conversation. I'm not throwing them away, saying y'all were products of sin because I don't want to deal with what I created, right? So there's a way, excuse me, to have that conversation and correct that without making them the scapegoat. And that's what I feel like he's doing. And now all of a sudden you want to pretend like these 4 are just so bad, don't exist. And his stepchildren, the only children he talks about now are his stepchildren and the ones he has with his wife. And I wonder, what is the wife saying to him? Because as a woman, I would be looking like, again, don't know their inside familial situations. I don't know if the older 4 were constantly trying to depend on money, getting money from him and didn't want to work. I don't know that, but I still feel like even if that's the case, handling it this way is not it. But those are just my thoughts and opinions. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Moving on, let's talk about Miss Nicki Minaj. So I saw this a couple days ago, and I really wanted to get y'all's opinion on this. You know, people like Nicki, some people don't like Nicki, some people are indifferent to Nicki. One thing for me that I have noticed is that with her, sometimes it appears like it's always the other person, but everybody could be like that, right? In certain situations, like, oh, it's not me, it's them. But I thought this article was really interesting. The sabotage be real. Nicki Minaj goes off about flight issues, official searching through her purse ahead of Montreal concert. So this was April 18th. Nicki Minaj was late to her concert. And I'm going to say last night, but it was the 17th because this article is written the 18th. Last night in Montreal, but the rapper said it was not her fault and blamed people who tried to sabotage her for making the show. Around 11 p.m. in Montreal, Nicki sent out a message, but alleged issues she had with her flight. She explained, yesterday, my flight scheduled for midnight shut their plane down at 12:58 p.m. Never in 15 years have I heard of anything like that. A 70K G4 and thought we were going to pay them for that flight as well as whatever flight I'd have to get on next. They thought wrong. Minaj continued, today we asked if we could leave at 1 p.m. They said no, we could leave at 3 p.m. Then they said that won't work. We need to leave at 5 p.m. Then she has question mark, exclamation mark, question mark, and then 4 exclamation marks. For a 9:30 p.m. show in Canada, she said, when we got to the plane, they said they were still fueling. At 6:30 p.m., they said they were still fueling for an hour-and-a-half flight. Minaj said the drama didn't stop there. She said things were weird once she landed. The Pink Friday 2 rapper said when we did get to Canada, they did a bunch of stuff that they didn't do the last 2 times I came for the OVO Fest. They started searching through my personal purses. Usually they take me to the car with my purses and check the bigger luggage. Nope. Not this time. They know I have a show. They know we're 20 minutes away. They know we don't have a police escort. The sabotage be real, but God is realer. She told fans, I'll be on stage in 15 minutes. Barbs, I can't wait to see you. Love you. My apologies. I'm going to get to the bottom of this when I get off stage. Later, she added, my husband has been on the entire tour, by the way. They prob thought he was trying to come to the Montreal show. LMFAOOOOO. They wanted a moment for life. I love being the prettiest, smartest, most talented main character on earth. Read that line again. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read that whole line again. My husband has been on the entire tour, by the way. They thought he was trying to come to the Montreal show. LMFAOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOooh. They wanted a moment for life. I love being the prettiest, smartest, most talented main, in caps, character on earth. As Radar Online first reported, Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, recently approved permission from the court to travel with the rapper on her overseas tour dates. So she's saying that whoever this was, and I'm not sure who it would be because I'm not from, but whoever I guess was flying the flight, the $70,000 G4, was trying to sabotage her, I guess, so she wouldn't make it to her Montreal concert on time. I don't know. Maybe there is something to that. I don't know. If she was experiencing things that she doesn't normally experience, I don't know. But what do y'all think? Y'all think somebody was trying to sabotage Nicki so she wouldn't make her show on time? Lastly, for this video, I just want to know who the cast is for The Real Housewives of Atlanta and when they're going to start filming. Because at this point, truth is, I'm tired. Why are we having Porsha's story play out in the public? I know some of it is Simon. Most of it is Simon. But it is just so annoying. It's like this man believes he is main character energy. So let's get into it. Porsha Williams, estranged husband, demands RHOA producers turn over unreleased reality show footage. Now, we talked about this in a video, I believe last month, where he was demanding things be turned over from him, but we get a little more information in this article. Porsha Williams' estranged husband, Simon Guobadia, demanded a representative from the production company behind RHOA sit for a deposition next month and turn over unreleased footage for the upcoming season and give him a copy of his ex's contract. According to court documents obtained by Who Else? Radar Online, Guobadia requested a rep from True Entertainment appear for a videotaped depo on May 20th in Georgia. So we know the first deposition takes place in May. He asked that the rep be ready to speak about Porsha's status as a cast member on RHOA for 2022, 2023, 2024, and 2025. In addition, he asked for all information about her salary. Guobadia said the rep should produce all communications from 2022 to the present with Porsha and producers regarding her return to the reality show. He asked that the producers turn over all communications between Porsha and producers about him, their divorce and prenuptial agreement, filming at their home, and storylines for the upcoming season. Guobadia's lawyer demanded producers turn over copies of any and all photographs, videos, recordings, tapings, footage, or filming of the property since February 22nd, 2024 until now. Y'all, I need to show y'all this. I don't know if y'all have seen this picture. This is one of the pictures in this article, and I think this is so funny. Hold on a second. I've got to show y'all this. Look at this. Y'all see this? I don't know why I thought that was so funny. Simon is a bad bee, huh? That's what I don't even know. I thought that was so funny. Like, what am I looking at? But yeah, old Simon says, y'all need to turn over everything, which we already knew. But now on top of that, he wants them to sit for a deposition May 20th. So I wonder if they turn over all these things and her salary, will the public then have access to all of that? This is getting so messy. Simon, like I said, thinks that he's main character energy, clearly, because and the balls that it takes for a man who was originally denied citizenship, right, to then file paperwork as somebody else, be in this country. Now it's coming all out, and you still like flaunting your lifestyle, like you're supposed to be here. Like, you're not worried that you might get sent back. And isn't that a crime, what he did, falling false? Like, he used someone else's identity to get here. Like, what's going on with that case? Have they just dropped it? Like, I mean, is it pushed to the background? Like, I would be so nervous. Like, all right, let me just get my stuff and go. Unless he knows something that I don't know regarding his situation behind the scenes, but I would be nervous. What about y'all? Y'all let me know what y'all think before I get on this road. Y'all say a prayer for your girl. Let's get out here on this road with these ride shares and make some money. Just got the airline and car rental for my son's graduation. And then he called us the other day. He had to take his car into Pet Boy's child. I needed to replace the radiator. I said, you just stay wanting money from us, don't you, son? You just stay wanting money. But that's how it goes. My children are a reward. That's how I see it. And I am happy to do this, to see him walk across that stage. I didn't get to see it for his high school graduation because it was during C19. So I get to see, he gonna tell me the other day, I know you're gonna be balling. I said, I'm gonna keep it right on together. And if I cry, I'm gonna cry facing down, just so y'all know a tip for y'all that wear makeup. Don't let it streak down your face, cry and just let it drop. That way, once you stop, you can just pat and your makeup still be intact. Katy Perry, I learned that from her. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about, again, let me say a prayer for me. I'm about to go out and hit these streets. All types of people be getting in and out of the vehicle, but so pray my strength in the Lord. But y'all also let me know about Simon, what y'all think about Simon Guobadia, his main character energy, him wanting producers to sit for a May 20th deposition. What y'all think about Brian McKnight, y'all? He definitely needs to start back at 1. He needs to start back at 0. And what do y'all think about Nicki Minaj? Do y'all think somebody tried to set Nicki up so that she couldn't make her concert in Montreal? Y'all let me know. I love y'all so much, and I will talk to y'all later. See ya.